Miners are dumping their graphics cards, and you know what that means, folks? It's almost time to buy. I say wait just a tad bit longer, but I'm going to show you some pretty convincing evidence here that the graphics card market, as it stood a year or two ago, is finally collapsing, and that's great for us gamers. Hopefully you're ready for some good news. Stay with me.
This thing on? Okay. Yeah, so this is what it looks like when I'm working with a $0 budget. We actually don't have an ad slot for this video, but I did want to take a moment to talk about the subscribe button and that bell notification icon, which I haven't really pumped too much in the beginnings of videos. I usually do at the end, but most of you sign off before the very last 10 seconds of the video in question, and I get that, but if you could do me a big favor, smash that red subscribe button if you have not already. Videos like these are going live at least once or twice a week, and click that bell notification icon so that you're notified when videos like these go live in the future. I really need to frame myself better. My head's getting chopped off. Anyway, back to the video.
So we're going to jump straight into eBay listings. Now, it's sorted from highest to lowest price, but we're also going to look for bulk deals. So where you'll be able to buy, let's say, 6, 8, or 10 graphics cards. In those cases, those cards were probably used for mining. There aren't many other practical use cases for that many cards being used in the same rig, so to speak. And you'll see right off the bat, there's this really stupid listing. Maybe someone's gonna buy. I don't know. $370,000. Any takers for a lot of 100 RTX 3090s? Can we do some quick math here? So that's $370,000 divided by 100. Just doing this just to show you. This guy's trying to sell each of these for $3,700. I'm not sure what year he's living in, but it certainly isn't 2022. By the way, yes, I could do that math in my head. Not that that's anything to brag about. I just wanted to show you visually because some folks get the zeros mixed up. So $3,700, that's a real kick in the teeth. But it gets worse, as you can imagine. RTX 3070s, much more attainable, much more reasonable for the average gamer. The same seller selling 100 lot of these for $160,000. I'm not going to pull the calculator out this time, but just move some zeros around. That's $1,600 per card, or best offer. But we all know that he's probably not going to take half of this price for all of these cards, if for whatever reason he wanted to buy 100 of them. Even $800 for an RTX 3070 as of time of filming in the middle of May 2022 makes no sense. Not sure what planet this seller's living on. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090, same seller, a lot of 10 this time for $37,000. So no discount between the two listings here, but you're still paying $3,700 per unit. That is insane. I mean, even in the peak of the mining craze, 2020, we weren't paying nearly $4,000 for a 3090. I have no idea what's going on there. GeForce RTX 3070 GDDR6 graphics card, open box, ships today, $11,293. Or best offer. I just don't get it. I mean, you'd think at this point, right? These sellers are getting desperate. You can tell the miners are panicking to get rid of inventory, but the problem is they're not discounting their hardware. They're trying to recoup all of their initial investment, and that makes no sense today. Why would I spend what I would have spent 2 years ago for cards that miners don't need anymore because prices have kind of... You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at this. This person's selling 6 mining 3080s, right? These are the non-low hash rate versions, so they are, of course, great for mining for $9,500 plus $350 shipping. So you're gonna get dicked on your price, and then you're gonna get dicked on shipping as well. Just to add insult to injury here, this is well over $1,000 per card. And at this point, you can buy vanilla RTX 3080s for under $1,000. How does this make any sense at all? Yet again, another lot of 10 RX 6600 XTs this time. So we're switching to AMD, probably used for mining, although it's not disclosed, at least in the title. $9,200 plus $360 shipping from freaking Hong Kong. What is this? Now, some of these, obviously they're not really great for gaming or mining, so it just could be maybe a huge server room or a huge, content creation production studio offloading their old Volta cards and whatnot. But some of these, they reek of old mining cards. A lot of 8 NVIDIA RTX 3070 Black XC3 8GB cards. These are disclosed as cryptocurrency cards, so that's cool at least. But $9,000 for these? RTX 3070s are so much cheaper than that now on eBay. It just, why would you do this? And even more from our good friends over at Axel, and whoever this is, selling 10 RTX 2060s for $8,600. This cryptocurrency mining operation out of Hong Kong, they are really, really stretching here I don't see this. Like maybe half this price. I don't even think that would be worth it. I mean, these are, this is a generation old by this point. RX 6600s, $8,200, $360 still getting whacked in shipping. Who would buy these? That's what I really want you guys to watch out for. You might be hearing from all these different outlets, oh, now's a great time to buy. Cryptocurrency prices are crashing, so that means miners are going to be dumping their cards on eBay. Well, that's great and all, but the places that you would expect to normally buy bulks of graphics cards on the cheap, let's say you're, I don't know, flipping PCs and you need like 10 cards or so to populate the systems you've just built, buying from these folks is going to absolutely ruin you financially. Anyone who is somewhat knowledgeable about PC prices and current market trends will know that the cards you've, kind of factored into your overall price are just way too expensive in today's day and age. You have to be really careful about this stuff. It looks like, wow, it's going to be a great deal because people told me that they're selling for prices they should be now. It's very clearly not the case, at least when it comes to some listings. Now, it's very easy for me to point out the most expensive listings and just make fun of them. There are some decent prices on eBay, and I do want to gloss over a few of them for you just to show you what I would be interested in, what I wouldn't be interested in. RTX 3060s, the MSRP was in the mid $300 range, so anything above $450 at this point, that's a no-go for me. RTX 3070 Ti's for about $800. You can find 3080s now for about $800. So I wouldn't buy this unless you're just dead set on a For the Win 3 card, which is a pretty beast model from EVGA, but still. 1070 Ti's, these are getting closer to $200. They need to be below 200 at this point with the competition we have from Ampere and Turing. But this is just a sign of the times. It's good to see that these finally have a 2 at the beginning of their prices and not a 3 or a 4, which is just ridiculous. And still people were buying 1070s and 1070 Ti's for $400 plus US dollars like a few months ago. Here we have MSI GeForce RTX 3080 Gaming Z Trios listed for $899, 5% off, down from $949 a few days ago, maybe a few hours ago. These are pretty good prices. We're getting close to the $800, $750 sweet spot, I'd say, for 3080s. I don't expect cards are going to return to MSRP super quickly, especially the new cards. The used ones might, but new cards I think they're gonna really teeter maybe 50 to $100 above MSRP for a good few months. So if you need something now, this isn't terrible. I mean, at least with respect to what you would have paid a year ago. But I do think these are going to sweeten up a tad bit more. I mean, this is a testament to that, right? The price already being slashed 5%. It's just great to see 3080s now below that $1,000 threshold. Now let's see, we've got 15 Sapphire Nitro Radeon RX 580 8GB graphics cards for $5,500 OBO plus free shipping, so at least we're not getting whacked on shipping again. Let's see, I'm going to do the math here. 5,500 divided by 15. That is $366.67 per card. That is an awful deal. Stay away from this one. Just another example of miners asking way too much for their stock. Don't do them any favors, folks. Honestly, you're gonna give them all of their initial investment back for these cards at a time when the market has totally flip-flopped from 2 years ago. If you blame miners for this, and a lot of folks do, if you're blaming specifically miners for the reason why graphics cards have gone so high up in price, they're just one side of a many-sided coin, but they are one of the causes. If you do blame them and you just have it out to seek revenge and you want to do it in a way that's not illegal, just don't buy these, okay? Let them sit on this inventory until they realize that what they're asking for these cards is just insane. It's no one who knows this market would ever spend this much money. So let them sulk in their own defeat. Let them sit on these cards so that they don't make money and they're just, they can't cash out. Okay? Don't do them that favor. A lot of folks are just acting like we're still in 2021. And if you buy from one of these folks and you give them the money they're asking, you're validating that assumption. So again, that's why I tell you, don't do them the favor. Look, a 3080 Ti here, this is a brand new card. Someone wants $3,500 for it. Do not buy this. Do not pay this person this much money for this card. That is ridiculous, okay? An RTX 3090, still $3,500, not worth it in middle of 2022. It's just not. And then you're gonna have to pay $16.10 for shipping on top of that because that makes a huge world of difference, right? Another ridiculous one, RTX 3070, a Gaming X Trio, for $3,500. What planet is this person living on? Now again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't flock to eBay for a great graphics card deal at this point in 2022. However, what I am saying is that you should tread lightly because there are many listings that are living in la la land. And the moment you buy from one of them, you validate their claim, and you just keep this narrative up, right? Of, oh, graphics cards, they were so expensive in 2021, so we're going to make sure they're still expensive in 2022. It's all about supply and demand. I hate using that. It's such a cliche thing. But if you buy at a certain price, then you're telling those who offer the supply that that price made sense. If it didn't make sense, you wouldn't have bought it, right? So if you only buy from the listings that are actually good deals or even fair deals, you are pushing all of these awful deals to the side. These sellers are going to have no choice but to lower their prices in order to be competitive, and that's what we want. And obviously, not everyone's going to be buying in bulk. I understand that. Usually, one or two here or there, maybe for a friend, family member, or yourself, you're building your own system or upgrading a card in someone's system. You're just going to be buying one or two. But if you're buying 6, 8, or 10 at this point, it's probably not for mining. It's probably just for, I don't know, maybe you're a boutique PC builder, a local builder, you like flipping machines here or there for small profits, if any profit at all. You just enjoy it. It's a hobby, right? Many of those folks have been discouraged. I have a good friend of mine who's been discouraged from flipping PCs at all for any amount of money because graphics cards have always been so expensive, and he usually bought in bulk and would get a decent discount. But now, I mean, it still looks like mining listings are trying to make you pay a premium for the bulk sale, which, again, right now, the state of the market makes no sense. So that's about it for this one. I didn't want it to be too long. I just wanted to give you a quick PSA. A lot of folks are saying that graphics card prices have come down a ton, and if you haven't been following the price trends over the last year or two, you might just hop on and see a generic listing and think, oh, it has to be a good deal because, well, everyone says that the deals are now here. But you have to do research, okay? You have to do your due diligence, okay? Do your due diligence, and just follow through with just a tad bit of research before you spend even $200-300, let alone $2,000 or $3,000. That's a lot of money to sink into a single product, and you don't want to find out that you way overpaid, right? Especially if prices continue to gradually fall in both new and used markets. Be careful out there. Make sure that you aren't doing these miners any favors by buying, especially in bulk, or paying way over MSRP or way over what you should be paying for even a single product. It's just, don't do it, please. Please don't. With that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. Give this one a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and leave a comment below letting me know what you'd like to see next on the channel. Happy hunting there on eBay and elsewhere. Local deals are also going to be pretty juicy. Just be careful about, being able to test cards and whatnot. If you can't actually test the card in person, maybe try getting the person to FaceTime or Skype you with the system running with the card or whatever you're trying to buy from that person. Just try to get proof that it works before you exchange money, because I can almost guarantee you that if you buy something that the seller knows is defective, you'll never hear from that seller again. That's exactly how they want it. So just be careful. I'm not trying to scare you, but a lot of folks now are turning to the used market to find decent deals. And that doesn't mean you should throw all of your morals and your standards aside in order to finally get a hold of something. My name is Greg. Thank you so much for watching again. Thanks for learning with me.